Hello, everyone. Welcome back to streams. I'm actually not entirely sure what to call these. But yeah, this is me. I forget what that said. So yeah, once again, I am back. I will remind you and let you know if any of you are are new to this and weren't here last time, that the purpose of this stream is not actually, for the sake of the stream itself, but specifically because my web series, Games as Lit 101, is going to soon be doing a literary analysis of The Last of Us. And I generally, before doing this, play through the game again ahead of time, just to make sure that I have it all fresh in my mind and do some analysis and thoughts on it and stuff before I actually make the episode. And this time I decided to try and do it live. So there will be a lot of pausing. I'm literally just sometimes going to pause the game and talk to you guys about stuff, and then take a second to write out notes on my little... I have an iPad this time to do it on with a keyboard. So that's going to be happening. So if you're looking for a non-stop, crazy, fast-paced action, or me being loud and silly, then this probably isn't your stream. But it will be a lot of me talking about characters and interactive narrative devices and stuff like that. So, you can see my cat. Hey, this is my kitten, or that's her head at least. Her name is Cookie Cat. It's a Steven Universe reference. And yeah, so she's sitting here and you can see her head. Worst case scenario, I'll let her stay there because cats are cute and the internet likes them. So worst case scenario, I'll get 1 million views or something. Who knows? Oh, no, there she goes. All right. So anyway, yeah, epic note-taking. I don't know. I mean, maybe I could try. I could totally, light Yagami it. And just be like, this observation must be recorded. But I'm probably not going to do that. I'd rather just focus on saying interesting things. So yeah, I had an interesting. Oh right, I still haven't actually played Left Behind. Maybe I should stream that too after this. The internet has unfortunately been very unkind to me and ruined that DLC for me completely. But you do need to buy a PS4 and play this game. I actually know this Cloven Mercury fellow in real life, and he does need to buy a PS4 and get this game.
Kurter.
Oh, I didn't realize Kurter was John. Hi! So, yeah, well, no, this is, The Last of Us is a PS4 exclusive, so no, it's not Steam broadcasting. This is the PS4. Sorry, it's a PS3/PlayStation exclusive in general. So, yeah, man, both people here are people I know. That makes me happy, but I'm also hoping more people show up. So, there was actually something that... Here, let me get to my notes before I click this, because then it's going to start that long initial loading process, and there's something I wanted to talk about a bit over that. This has certainly been an interesting experience. I was hoping that, that this would prove to be interesting as opposed to boring, and so far it seems as though it has been. I've gotten some pretty good reception on it. More streamers, my first time ever streaming on Twitch than I ever got it once on YouTube, and that was nice. So, yeah. Alright. Anyway, yeah, we'll be continuing. I'll stress once again, of course, spoilers, obviously. And if you want to play the game, I do recommend that. But then both of you here know me personally, so you know I would say that. So, alright. So, I noticed something interesting that, I keep bringing stuff up that means a lot more in the context of the game's full story, but, I'll be able to bring it to conclusion later. I'll probably just end up talking for an hour or two at the end of this stream, honestly. So, I read an article earlier today. I forget exactly what the context was, but someone, one of the game journalists, I think, that I follow on Twitter posted it. Oh no, it was Aaron Signal. Posted it kind of agreeing, but also thinking there was more of a deeper issue to it, talking about the disconnect between storytelling and gameplay in games like this, and he noticed he noted The Last of Us as a specific example in terms of the wow, that was actually quicker than I expected. Sorry, I just want to get this thought out before we go. He noted The Last of Us specifically as an example because he talked about specifically the crafting system and how theoretically, how narratively speaking, it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. Like, you'd think that Joel would have a combat knife or something by this point, so we wouldn't need to be crafting shivs. And even little things that I honestly think were incredibly nitpicky, like how, you know, when you find something that comes out to like 1/4 of the sharp thing you need to make a shiv, it's like half a scissors or something. And he's all like, why would you need what amounts to 2 scissors to make a single shiv that's going to break after one use? That doesn't, you know, and again, I think that's nitpicky, but it was an interesting point that it is something that is there because it's interesting to the gameplay, not because it's interesting to the story. And because it's interesting to the gameplay, we're okay with it. People don't generally make too much note of that, but I mean, ultimately, there's this thing within video games where we kind of accept the basics of the point-and-shoot process and stuff like that, because it's what we do in video games, right? We don't think of it as antithetical to the story unless it's, like, super obvious. And it's kind of like why Bioshock Infinite, for instance, took so long to get kind of a fully realized critical view of it. Because there are a lot of problems in Bioshock Infinite, but they're mostly quite subtle, you know, relatively speaking, and it's hard to notice them very well when we're just used to that kind of gameplay. So it got me wondering in this case. Sorry, that was a long explanation, but it got me wondering in this specific instance, what could these mean? Because I mean, in other mediums, everything means something, right? Like the example he used in that article was that if a dude sneezes in a movie, it's not just someone randomly sneezing. He's sick. You know, he's gonna die or he's gonna be incapacitated or something. Like, that matters. Random little things like that matter. In video games, you know, they don't. You craft that thing because that's important to the gameplay, but it has nothing to do with the story. So it got me wondering about how that is, and it made me realize that everything in The Last of Us is disposable, in a way. I mean, aside from guns, but even in that sense, you know, bullets. We don't usually think of bullets as disposable because we're shooting millions of them off and they're just everywhere, but in The Last of Us, they're really not, and it's a little more obvious. But everything you craft, the shivs are disposable, everything like that. And we've even seen so far with how Joel and Tess have been going through all this that human life is similarly disposable. Everything is in The Last of Us, which in my mind makes it so that Joel's... I think it makes Joel's desire to hang on to Ellie, which I guess hasn't really kicked in yet, but, you know, obviously the story's about these two getting closer together. I think that is kind of based on that nothing has stayed for him, especially in the last 20 years, you know, ever since losing Sarah. Nothing is constant, and he would want that. And I do think that the gameplay through those elements reinforces that. And I do find that pretty interesting. I still think there's a lot more that games in general could do to make the gameplay relevant to the story and and all its details and stuff. I also feel like it's kind of pointless to really criticize games like that. You know, like when there's a big advancement in something, you immediately start criticizing everything that doesn't do it. It takes time, but we'll see. Anyway, interesting thought. Now let's have me getting killed by stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. Why am I forgetting the controls? Okay, no, we're good. Stop it. See, this is why I'm not a huge fan of the AI. No, I'm not going to get into that until this thing's out of the way. Because, yeah, Ellie just ends up kind of running around, doing whatever.
Looks like you are good for something.
Man, if we need to be quiet, then Tess, stop saying words like that. That's dumb. Alright. I do like that there's even, like, the broken shiv handle next to it. It's It's a good detail within this game, is obviously quite full of those. Crap. Oh, well, crap. Yeah, lightly to move more quietly. Okay. Not running into that bottle, because who wants to do that? Clicker down. Shiv. Pick up a bottle's full. Okay. How do I, Okay. Oh, and I have a Molotov cocktail. I forgot about that. What is the shiny? Oh, it's a brick. Okay. I want to try and... Okay. All right. Yeah, at this point the story stops moving quite as quickly as it did before, so I just... Sorry, I've been kind of quiet, and that might be a recurring thing at this point. I've never been a particularly talkative streamer in the first place. I'm kind of focusing on what I'm playing. Okay, let's see. Bookstore... Oh, safe number. Yeah, that's nice. That's important. 34378. I'm not going to remember that. I guess I'll just be able to look it up. Huh? Oh, okay, cool. My wife's going to write it down because she's cool. So. Are those two clickers, like, super close to each other? Because that's annoying to me. Is that another one? All sorts of things here that I do not want to get on the bad side of. Nope, okay. Yeah, see, this is the problem. I'm terrible at stealth games. Absolutely terrible, and this game does have a good deal of stealth in it. Especially with these clickers that are all like, oh, I found you dead. Creepy indeed, Ellie. That should be fine. Alright. I will reload though. I'm hoping I won't really need to use these, but so you come in here, get the note and the ammo, and view the note even though it's, yeah, gonna be the same numbers. Cool. This seems like the best opportunity to get this thing, but... I do not need it over here. I really don't need that. Ugh. These things are freaking creepy. So that's a... They did that well. Alright. I'm fairly certain that's all the clickers around. The fact that I don't hear anything and that's the only thing in the vicinity helps me be okay with that assessment. Nope, one more. Okay. And I'm out of shivs. I'll need to try and shoot it in the face, but I'm exceptionally bad at shooting things in this game. Alright. I might have enough necessary to craft another shiv, I guess. Oh man. That had nothing in it. Okay, so I guess it's in that corner. Brick. Oh, okay, or this whole side. And another normal. I'll try and deal with the clicker first. I can deal with just a normal zombie thing, you know. Mash square to... Oh, crap. Alright, now, though, I can't because I forgot to make that other shiv. Let's see what I can come up with. Oh, I have enough to change my listening mode distance, but I think there are more important things, like weapon sway. Alright, yeah, enough for one more. Okay. See, though, I can see, like, in general what's being talked about. There are some games I can definitely think of where every action you do in the game is relevant to the game thematically, and, you know, all that stuff. Last of Us, I mean, you could make some arguments, but it... I mean, you know, like the vast majority of games, of course, it just comes down to what actions are, you know, part of the gameplay. Like, it works. It's not like the story has nothing to do with why you would be killing all these people or anything, but it could certainly, you know, it's definitely true that not all of your actions really mean much, necessarily. It's a matter of using the game system to get to the next story point, which, of course, is fine. You know, most of the greatest games ever made, at least so far, are like that. I don't mind it, but, you know, it's definitely a thing that I think we... as you know, as gamers, critics, and developers are going to be getting better at as time goes on, making it so that when we're playing games, we're not just you know, playing a game that lets us get to the next part of the story so much as crap. At least there is actually legitimately only one left. Okay. But yeah, designing gameplay that's as meaningful to the experience, that's as meaningful to the story as, you know, anything else. I mean, I still think that gameplay is kind of inherently important enough to warrant a... Yeah, that was my reaction too. Crap. You said it, Ellie. Come on. Seriously? It takes that long to reload? Well, I mean, I guess it actually does. I've been playing Destiny lately, where, you know, you can just reload a scout rifle, just like a boom. Okay, well, that's nice at least. There you go. Much better. Alright. Nope. these things don't die too easily. I assume I gotta shoot the lock, but I don't want to do that with my powerful gun. Oh, no? Oh. Okay. I'll give the game credit on that. I do definitely, enjoy seeing games that don't just, you know, shooting everything is the way you solve any problems ever. It's way more common than it seems like it should be. So, alright. Ah, no, that's not what I meant. Flashlight off, because I don't need it. It's nighttime, but that's never actually all that dark in these games, so...
To where we going, Tess?
Capitol building's in this direction.
That direction? Okay. Then I'm gonna go this way because this is a video game and I want the extra stuff they put over here. All the extra stuff. And now I'm just missing dialogue. Okay. So, a way to get over a truck. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Sheesh.
They're recently infected.
Uh.
Must have just turned.
Which means there's more in the area. We gotta go.
In terms of spoiler territory, Cloven Mercury, you're not too bad. There's an important thing that's gonna happen soonish, but you know, still fairly early story as it goes. Like, not the most important thing. After that, it'd be pretty big spoiler territory. But yeah, if you plan on playing the game, I would definitely say to be careful, I suppose. And if you're gonna get a PS4, I definitely, you know, play the game because it's amazing. But I gotta see what I can find. Yeah, in terms of spoiler territory, you're still decent. There's nothing super important going on right now, but there will be a bit more going on soon. There's got to be a ladder or something. Oh no, wait, did we? Oh no, the ladder's on the other side of that thing. Though maybe I could get it from over there. Oh no, I had to climb up a whole bunch. That would be really annoying if that's the case. But let's go see. Oh, no. Well, let me go back up. Alright, so it's not that. Good, that would have been annoying. Would have had to, like, set the ladder on all these... Or, well, just this one thing, I guess. Works for me. And puddle. And I just gotta say, I still love that whole wet clothes up to the point where the water was thing. It's gotta be in this building. That seems to, like, the only thing that makes sense to me. But I guess it's not, because nothing's standing out. I feel like this shouldn't stun me as much as it is. But also, like, we've boosted each other up to things about that high. I don't know why we can't just, Oh. That's probably a thing. No? I don't remember ever actually being this lost in The Last of Us, weirdly enough. But But I guess your mind does tend to kind of gloss over the little annoyances in a game that's as positive and impacting as this one. Seriously, I'm very confused. And thunder. Oh, or is that a door? No? I feel like there are a lot of theoretical ways out of this, but of course, since it's a video game, I need to find the one they want from me. And, it seems to me that it only makes sense for it to be in this building. Because it's open for no reason other than... Oh? Oh, okay. I'm not sure how I was supposed to know that was on wheels. That's kind of a weird thing to have on wheels. Or at all. What is it? I don't actually know what this thing is. A what?
Dumpster?
A dumpster? It doesn't really look like one. Oh, cabinet. And I like how as soon as I actually moved it, it was all like, hey, here's a hint. Since, you know, you just now finally figured it out, we'll tell you what you just figured out you need to do. Oh man, a plank of wood. Actually, I guess my plank of wood broke, huh? I'll take it. And then another note. Medical pamphlet, huh? Center for Disease Control. Get a brain infection. Oh, world building. Alright, parasitic fun guy. Take over the host mind and alter its behavior. This is an interesting thing about this, and I know it's brought up a lot, so I'm not saying anything new, but I like that they're telling, you know, what is essentially a zombie story, but it's, you know, not just some weird made-up thing. It's certainly not, you know, like, it's not an actual thing, but they are basing it on an actual thing, like some, like, bugs and stuff. Yeah, cordyceps.